Ako si Mark Lopez and my program is Pugad Vloggers, aired every Monday to Friday from 7 to 8 p.m. sa Radyo Bandido, TV simulcast on DZRJ 8:10 a.m. sa Sky Cable Channel 224, TV Plus boxes, and on free-to-air TV. Also sa facebook.com, DZRJ 8:10 a.m. and our official YouTube channel.
Pugad Vloggers, Pugad Vloggers, ako raming titirisin, salot sa bayan wawalisin, walang sasantuhin, ang saya-saya nakakabaliw, kasama natin ang tropang Pugad Vloggers. Pugad Vloggers.
Yes.
Si BBM.
Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. It's a Friday night. It's July 8th.
Good evening, everyone. It's July 8th, Friday. I'm here. My name's Harold Tana, and I'm here with Doc Ethel Garcia on Pugad Vloggers tonight. July 8th niya, no?
Magandang gabi.
And it's 7:04 p.m.
Yeah. Bago tayo mag-proceed, yung mga nanonood sa atin, please like and share this broadcast, tonight's telecast. No? Like and share, and you can also listen to us on AM radio at DZRJ 810 on your dial. We're on Sky Cable 224. We are on YouTube and also live streaming on Facebook and also on Radio Garden. What's up? What's up, Harold? What's up?
Right. Maraming nangyayari these past few days, no?
These past few hours.
Just before President Duterte stepped down, I think that was June 28 or June 29, lumabas yung SEC affirmation na pinasasara yung Rappler, no? Because of constitutional violation. They violated it dahil merong foreign funding, no? na ang Rappler, no? From the Omidyar network, and meron pang isa, no? North Media, I think, no? Then
at yan ay bawal sa ating konstitusyon, ano? Ang dapat walang kahalong funding ng foreign source.
Correct. So then today lumabas naman yung decision ng Court of Appeals regarding the cyber libel case against Maria Ressa and a former writer, one of the former writers of Rappler, tungkol dun sa something that has something to do with the late Chief Justice Renato Corona, no? And Rappler wrote something about Wilfredo King and associating him with funds na corruption and all that sort of thing. Ngayon, dahil na ano sila, na denied yung appeal nila, well, they're looking at 6 years, no? Silang dalawa, no? 6 years each of prison term. But of course, makikita na, I'm sure that they will exhaust all means, no? Like they're going to first do a motion of reconsideration with the CA, no, Court of Appeals, and I'm sure they'll bring it all the way to the Supreme Court. And I think Maria Ressa's or Rappler has mentioned that they will question the legality and the constitutionality of the cyber libel that is part of the anti-cyber crime law, no? So mukhang dadalhin niya all the way to the Supreme Court, no? So Let's see what happens. And naku, it's a bad news, no? Former Prime Minister of Japan, si Shinzo Abe, passed away today. He was shot
declared
twice.
dead already.
Yeah, oh, it's
Okay.
already announced by the Japanese media that he had passed on. He was shot twice by an improvised shotgun by a very angry uh, Tetsuya Yamagami. No? And he's 41 years old, and he's a former member of Japan's Maritime Self-Defense Force. So, dati siyang militar. So,
Dati, it means that he's not in the service anymore.
no, not he's
I'm
not.
wondering why he's not in the service anymore. It's either he retired or he was discharged.
No, yun lang, no? It's either both, no? And he really doesn't like Abe so much that he intended to kill him, no? And the gun laws are very, 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 very strict in Japan. It's so very, very difficult to get a gun. So what did he do? He improvised a shotgun and shot him twice. And it's such a sad day, you know. And he was also a friend to former President Rodrigo Duterte. They were even sharing breakfast at home at the Davao residence of former President Duterte, no? Who at the time, I think that was pre-pandemic, we have even photos of that. No?
It was new. I think that was 2016 or 2017.
No, something like that.
It was in the first year of his presidency when he was visited by Prime Minister. Prime Minister Abe was on record the longest serving Prime Minister of Japan.
Yes, he is. I think he's served about 10 years, I'm not
Yes,
mistaken.
that's correct. That's correct.
And it's so sad, no? Although he stepped down because of health reasons, but he's still running for the parliament in Japan. They call it the Diet. So
The reason why he's out yata making a speech on the podium was he was endorsing, he was campaigning for someone, no? He's gonna stump for someone, and unfortunately he met his demise there.
And it's very shocking, no? How that had happened to him.
It seems, do you think that the security around that area was lax? Because it's an open area, no? I guess the Japanese are not very worried or afraid of something like that happening, no?
I'm not sure kasi very, very, very strict ang gun law. And
Then this is an improvised gun. No matter how you restrict the sale of guns, if somebody will make his own gun, then this shooting will happen.
and I'm not sure, no, kasi dito sa Pilipinas, all former presidents get a token protection from the Presidential Security Group. Lahat sila, no? Those, of course, those who are leaving, no? I'm sure Fidel Ramos still has his pair of PSG, no? And GMA, and even the late Noynoy Aquino even had a pair of PSG guarding him from outside his room.
Yeah, Joseph Estrada.
Joseph Estrada, of course, he also has a pair. And I'm sure si former President Duterte will have his own.
Will have his own. Would you know if that extends to the spouse and the family?
It's just between the spouses. No? Sara will get her own, no? Kasi
Because she's a
not
sitting
because of
vice
President Duterte, but
Mm.
she's a vice president.
Oo. Oo.
So, and of course, the person who's now in charge of the PSG is Colonel
Sagala.
Ramon, Denny Sagala.
Sagala.
He was a classmate of mine. No?
Wow! So, still
Yes,
young pala, no?
He was a classmate of mine back in 1989.
Oh,
And,
where? In
in
Lasal?
Lasal, yes.
Ah.
For some reason or another, we were doing a review of because we were going to have we were supposed to have our comprehensive examination
Mhm.
for our course, political science, and it was supposed to be held on December 1.
December 1.
And um, he somehow predicted it. No, I don't know that whether he knew it or not, but
Oh, bakit pa
he
nangyari?
said something about sana magkakudita bukas para wala tayong hindi tayo mag-exam bukas. And true enough, December 1, there was this coup that lasted a week long. No?
That's the big one, eh.
Yes.
That actually attacked Mendiola, di ba?
Oo,
So,
they reached Mendiola
Oo.
and
Ang aga nun, siguro
they
mga
controlled the skies actually.
early morning yan eh.
Mm.
Early morning, nagdidinig ko kasi we lived in Santa Mesa at that time. And patatatatatatat, you can hear from Ramon Magsaysay Boulevard, approaching Mendiola, nagdidinig mo yung gunfire.
And at the time, it's that marami talaga. No, it was quite organized, pero it took Cory Aquino to ask for help from the US, and F-4 Phantom jets were flying all over. No, you can see that from the sky at the time. No, so not that they shot down any of our planes, but of course a jet plane, and at the time puro World War II era pa yung mga planes natin, no? So parang propeller type. So
Tora-tora.
oo, you can see how neglected our military was at the time. No? So
For the longest time.
Oo.
For the longest time since 1986, no?
Oo.
Because alam mo yung mga sumunod kasi mga gobyerno after President Ferdinand Marcos, ano sila, allergic sila at saka laging alam mo naman na maraming kasama sa kaliwa, no? Si Mrs. Aquino, no, siya ay nag-assume ng presidency at ang catchword, no, ayaw nila yung militarisasyon. No, ayaw nila yon. So, kaya ganun siguro ang nangyari, and the military was not a priority during that time. Marami silang hindi priority during that time. The arts, hindi nila priority during that time. So, maraming nakaligtaan. No? Pero ang priority nila, yung mga textbook, no? Binago nila talaga. No? They insinuated, no? the new government and the Aquino family, no? Into the textbooks, depicting them as heroes. No? And that went on for more than 30 years. Until today, we see, no, entries on textbooks na mga miraculous happening during the death of Ninoy Aquino. Bumukas ang langit, kumulog, kumidlat, yung mga ganyan, and depicting Mrs. Aquino.
Yeah. So, I guess that part of history, as Ella Cruz would say, it's chismis.
Pero nga kasi Harold, di ba pag hindi naman talaga nangyari, chismis lang. Pero naisusulat sa libro. So inihahain nila sa ating mga kabataan na iyon ay history.
Oh, I think that Secretary of Education should be able to review the textbook material, especially for public school textbooks, no? That should a review for textbooks, no? And then there's some textbooks that even had some errors, no? Errors in spelling, errors in grammar,
Factual errors.
and
no?
even some of parang it's vulgar language.
Yes, yes, yes. So, parang pornographic pa yung language na,
Oo.
oo,
Our VP and DepEd Secretary should really look into that. Oo.
Mhm.
And then ano pa, no? If you saw the inauguration, marami tayong aircraft that flew, but I think we should actually reinforce our planes, no? Kasi those are FA-50 fighter jets, but they're not meant for combat. Parang light armaments, and it's light
Reconnaissance
duty,
siguro,
no? Light attack, no?
Oo. Mhm.
So parang hindi siya pang hindi siya pang heavy armaments, no? Maybe we should get some more, no, multi-role of fighter jets, because many of the FA-50s are trainer jets in other countries, no? Trainer. So it's
Not for combat talaga. Oo.
so parang light attack, and parang it's for new pilots to get some experience.
But remember, Harold, there was a point during the presidency of Rodrigo Duterte that we were negotiating for the purchase of aircraft from Canada. And because of political reasons, no, it seems that Justin Trudeau didn't like President Duterte much, so he canceled the sale of aircraft to the Philippines. Ba? No?
Well, I think that's all part of the Liberal Party here.
Yes.
The Liberal Party here in the Philippines is a member of Liberal Democrats, which is an international organization. So parang it's
Ayan, no? So,
they
nagtutulong-tulungan
have
sila.
some sort of collusion going on.
Oo, ayan. Nagtutulong-tulungan sila to besmirch the reputation of the Duterte government at talagang ginipit, no? Ginipit ang gobyerno ng Duterte para hindi talaga makaarangkada at magkaroon ng mga magagandang pagbabago sa ating militar, no? Talagang gusto nila na pabagsakin talaga.
And in the last few days, meron na tayong nakitang executive order, no? The executive order number 1 abolished the Presidential
PCO.
Anti-Corruption Commission.
The PACC.
Oo. And it also it also got rid of what's this other one? Executive Order 1 also got rid of a certain office, and I don't recall, no. But that was a big thing, no, for them, because why would you?
Anti-graft.
Why would you wanna remove that? And I think the former occupant of that office, Greco Bellica, is not happy over the abolition, no? So I think it's the presidential discretion to rearrange or reorganize the offices and agencies under the office of the president.
Yes.
Also,
Harold, if I may add, kasi there's this conception, not naman misconception, but there's this, I'm a loss for words, but ang tingin ng mga tao sa the PACC ay walang ngipin, no? And totoo naman talaga na halos walang ngipin because it's an investigatory body and it only files cases, no, sa ombudsman. So in the end, it's really the ombudsman that will take action on the cases. So, marami nagsasabi, wala namang resulta yung mga ginagawa ng PACC. But you have to recognize that the PACC cannot do anything but investigate at file and recommend filing of cases. So baka may naisip si Presidente Marcos na ibang paraan para masugpo ang draft dito sa pamahalaan natin. O it's, it changes kasi meet resistance, no? All the time.
I looked it up now. So the EO1 also abolished the office of the cabinet secretary, which was formerly occupied by Carlo Nograles, who got reappointed at the Civil Service Commission. And a creation of the office of the Presidential Advisor on Military and Police Affairs, which is under the office of the Special Assistant to the President.
The Special Assistant to the President is Anton Lagdameo.
Anton Lagdameo.
Well, for those who like show business, Anton Lagdameo is the husband of the beautiful Don Zulueta.
Yes. Lucky guy.
And the executive order number 2 is?
Well, executive order number 2 is a reorganization and renaming of PCOO to Office of the Press Secretary. And the EO created in 2010, which created the PCOO, has been repealed. No? Also, at the same time, repealed na rin yung, or should I say, abolished na rin yung Office of the Presidential Spokesman. That was formerly occupied by Harry Roque and Martin Andanar.
I think it used to be Al Panelo was the presidential spokesman.
Also, yes, Al Panelo was there also during the time when Harry Roque was having health issues. I think he underwent surgery at the time.
That's correct.
So also, there are also other items that covered the EO2, no? The RTVM, Radio and Television Malacanang, is no longer under the office of the press secretary, and it's now under the PMS, Presidential Management, Presidential Management and Staff. And then
it's under the former Congresswoman Amping.
Naida Amping. And then meron ding isa pa, yung PIA, Philippine Information Agency, is transferred directly under the office of the President.
That's correct.
So si Mon Kualoping got appointed as head of PIA, although hindi na siya part of well, of course, wala na yung PCOO, but it's not part of the office of the press secretary anymore.
But have you read about the complaint against Mon Kualoping?
There's a kompleto yung parang kompleto yung signatures ng mga regional offices.
The regional officers of the PIA have lodged complaint against Undersecretary Mon Kualoping.
So I'm not at a position to decide on what to do. But that is a serious challenge to his position. And speaking of a challenge to position, si Christopher Pastrana will no longer take his seat at the Philippine Ports Authority. So I think that should get get those things out of the way, you know. So perhaps somebody else will be
Yes.
appointed.
Well, there's so too much controversy regarding his appointment, no?
Mm-hmm.
People saying that he did not undergo the process of application and deliberation. So people are pointing at the executive assistant, uh, Dick
Vic,
Rodriguez,
Vic Rodriguez, yeah.
as the one who appointed, no, was responsible for the appointment of Pastrana. But then a lot of people got wind of the controversy surrounding Mr. Pastrana. So I think that to avoid the embarrassment, it is a grand embarrassment of the, well, not a, sabi nga ng iba, no, not a good start. So it was nip in the bud, and that I think that was good for everyone.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, so well, press secretary Trixie Cruz Angeles also announced today na si President Bongbong Marcos has tested positive on antigen test for COVID-19. So he's going to, well, according to Undersecretary of Health, si Dr. Vergere, the protocol is to isolate for about 7 days. No?
That's correct.
And although may binanggit si Secretary Trixie na he's having he's having a fever, but there are no other symptoms that are appearing so far.
Probably, I don't know the status of vaccination of the president. So probably he's experiencing less symptoms because he's vaccinated, and also the remnant of his immunity that was generated during the first wave of COVID. He had COVID before, so some antibodies might still be in his system, rendering him some immunity against severe
But
illness.
I think it's the time he was infected, medyo parang hindi lang mild, no?
He was really symptomatic.
So, and at the time, it was the original strain pa.
The Delta.
Oo. The original strain was the Wuhan. Kasi siya, he came out of Spain. He returned to the Philippines, no? And then, meron na pala siya. He was already infected.
I think he attended a wedding in Spain.
He got infected in Europe and yun. So, so that was the original strain. And I think the variant that did a lot of damage was the Beta, no? The South African. And the Delta.
I remember. You're correct.
Oo. Yung Omicron,
it's a late variant, but it's less
very
deadly.
contagious, but they say it's not as lethal, no? Pero meron pa rin meron pa rin namamatay sa Omicron.
That's correct. Especially those who have low immunity. No?
But thanks to this lady who came from the US and was brought to the hotel, a quarantine hotel, and then was picked up by her father. Got picked up by her father on the same night that she arrived.
And then she went
I don't know how she got out of that hotel.
And then she partied in Poblacion.
She partied in Poblacion a few nights later, no, or 1 or 2 nights later. And actually, she wasn't invited. She just showed up. Hey guys, I'm here.
I think that she saw some friends, but nevertheless, she was out.
Oh, she was out, and then she infected some people already, in the group she partied with. So on December 25, Christmas Day, it was her mom who brought her back to the hotel for a RT-PCR test. And she tested positive.
Oh, gosh.
So
No?
I don't know. She must have spread that Omicron around a lot. So marami, and you know, these people who partied, and yung pang mga the restaurant staff pa, no? And yung kahera and the waiters, and the waiters actually get close contact with kitchen staff pa.
That's
So
correct.
that's going to kanya-kanyang uwian yun.
Oo, no? That's really how it spreads.
Oo.
Really how it spreads.
And at that time, when Omicron struck, parang, you know, it's Christmas time. And we were already lax at the time because we got past Delta.
And people were also vaccinated.
Oo, vaccinated. But not knowing that Omicron doesn't care if you're vaccinated. And speaking of vaccination, I got my second booster last Tuesday. No?
How do you feel?
It's my first time to get it vaccinated with Moderna. No? My first 3 doses were all Sinovac.
Okay, Sinovac.
And with Sinovac, it just feels, my arm just feels heavy for a few hours. Then I'm okay. But with Moderna, my arm not just felt heavy, it was my whole arm. It was painful, no? It's a dull kind of pain. And on that same day, I got the chills. No fever, but I got the chills. It's not.
Para kasi John Travolta, you got the chills. Multiplying.
Yeah, alam kong yung kantang yan. But you know, it's not cold. Okay? There's no air conditioning or anything. But you know, it's starting to shake on me. What's going on?
Oo nga, no? Weird.
So parang it's I looked it up, no. So there are people who get chills, although not many, no. But I'm probably one of the 7.62%.
But there are more people reporting side effects with Moderna, yung mga chills, body pain, than the other.
My arm was it's so painful. It's so difficult to move.
Ay, Harold, batiin natin yung mga nanonood sa atin ngayong gabi.
Let's check him out.
Angela Redaha, magandang gabi. Sinasabi si Angela Redaha dito, kita-kits sa Lunes, mga kapugad. Anong meron sa Lunes? Ha? May tumatawag kay...
May tumatawag.
Ano kaya yung ano? Ano kaya meron sa Lunes? Okay, Sharon Maralit, magandang gabi sa iyo. I love Baby M. Sir Harold, I'm ecstatic. Nakasama ka na sa Pugad. Yes, we are all ecstatic. Alam mo si Harold, no? One of these days, Harold, magdi-DJ ka pa. Mag-ano tayo, maghingi tayo ng permiso na mag-play ka ng music. Kung pwede.
Ayun, nandito, lumilitaw na sa akin sa screen ko. No? Lilipat mo muna para hindi ako tumitingin sa tabi.
Priscilla Kojima, Pongbanwa. Thank you, Priscilla, for always watching the show. And Neri Padron, magandang gabi. Rito Flores, magandang gabi sa iyo. Si Nonoy Murillo, as usual. No? Salamat sa laging panonood. Harold, sino dyan? Ang babatiin mo?
Magandang gabi raw. Pugad Vloggers, sabi ni Elma Ramos. Sabi rin ni si Gigi Ibuyan Custodio is watching from Hong Kong. Oo. At ito pa, si Leticia Torre Dacanay watching from Pasig City. Magandang gabi. At
masarap ang pansit yan sa Pasig.
Zepi Zabala. Good evening, Doc Ethel and Sir Harold. Thank you very much. Good evening din sa inyo. Oo. Ano kaya meron sa Monday?
Oo nga, si Chona din sabi 2 tao na nagsasabi na see you on Monday. Ano pa meron sa Monday? Sabihan nyo nga, pakisulat nga dito sa ating dialogue chat box kung ano meron sa Monday.
Oo, hindi ko
Delmar
nga.
Ramos, magandang gabi. Gigi Ibuyan, Custodio, Jacob, Lorins, Narbasa.
Ay, yung sino ka mang nag-Twitter, no, na mamamatay ako ng June 30. July 8 na ngayon.
Ano yun?
Merong nag-tweet na mamamatay daw ako ng June 30. Believe na parang and I believe that will happen to you. Sabi ng isang pinklawan. So,
Alam mo,
July 8
no?
na ngayon.
Alam mo, social media has been very toxic, no?
Oo, very toxic. Oo.
And you can see, iba yung aggression ng mga tao sa social media ngayon. Talagang hindi na sila nag-aalilangan na magsabi ng mga ganyang threat, no? Yung mga cancellation, no? Padali sa kanila mag-cancel ng tao at talagang very, I don't know, yung anger ng mga tao ay nare-reflect sa social media. Is it the sign of the times na people are getting more angry, more disconnected from their source of stability and strength from their family?
There are simply some people who, I don't know, well, they change color, from yellow to pink. But the thing about it is, it's now cult-like. Cult, C-U-L-T. It's now cult-like. They are still maintaining that, I don't know, without proof, may daya daw. Imposible daw na nanalo si President Bongbong Marcos and Sara
Bakit ang
Duterte.
bilis-bilis ng results?
Oo, the faster the result, the lesser opportunity to cheat.
That's correct.
Diba?
Correct.
And I think that we have to thank President Duterte for that because he made sure that the elections were clean and honest.
And that's the purpose of automation.
Oo.
To make it fast. And then when we achieve our goal, then you cast a doubt on it.
And it's now a cult-like thing. No? And but to compare the previous vice president and now, parang tapos na yun. Let's move on to the new OVP, which incidentally ililipat yung hindi si Sara will not live or hold office at that Quezon City reception office. And
Not the same as the Boracay mansion?
Oo. There's a rental going on. So although the previous OVP did not reveal how much it was, but kinompare na lang nila yung dating residence ni or office ni Jejomar Binay sa Coconut Palace. No? So sabi nila, it's 484,000 a month doon sa Coconut Palace. And although they claim, ang mga staff ni Lenny was claiming less than half of that yung monthly rental dun sa QC reception office. No? Oo. So I'm not sure where VP Sara will actually staying or living while in Metro Manila.
I'm just
Pero
wondering,
hindi-
Harold, why do we have to rent? Don't we have government buildings or offices that may be occupied by the Vice President?
Kasi there's nothing in the Constitution
Hmm.
that traditionally puts a vice president at a certain residence or office, no?
Mhm.
So you can basically move it to Mandaluyong.
Yeah, but yun nga eh. Siyempre, we don't want extra expenses. So if we can have a government building that can house the office of the Vice President, that would be better for us. Huh?
But according to Lenny,
Mhm.
kaya daw niya nilagay doon sa New Manila
Mhm.
kasi malapit doon sa condo nila sa Tomas Morato.
Oh, okay. Mhm.
So, I guess,
Mhm.
I
For
guess,
convenience.
oo, malapit.
Mhm.
So, para kay Sarah naman, she's putting the office in Mandaluyong. Siguro wala pa siyang nakitang place, no, in Pasig. Pero kung di ako nagkakamali, yung DepEd nasa Pasig yata yung
Di ba sa Ultra?
oo, the place
Ultra
where
area?
Ultra is, no. Andun yung DepEd. So,
Oo.
I don't know if she found any place in Pasig, no, pero Pasig is a highly commercial area na, no, and
Correct. Oo. So the
although
rental
yung
there
iba
might be
residential
higher.
condo na mahal-mahal naman. So,
Yeah, but you
perhaps,
can have to have an office in a condo because the spaces there are limited, maliliit.
but you see, maybe she is, maybe she found a residence nearby in
Oo. And
Mandaluyong.
also, I'm wondering, since the Vice President has young children, so, and if there's face-to-face already, then they will have to find a school that's near, no, her residence or convenient for her. What do you think that she's going to bring her children over or be shuttling back and forth from?
I'm not sure about the plans of the children of VP Sara.
Mhm.
But normally, you don't normally uproot your children from school
Mhm.
unless you're permanently moving away.
Yeah, but that's 6 years, no? 6 years is a long time to be shuttling back and forth. And, these are growing children who need constant presence of their parents.
Well, if her father made it to 6 years shuttling back and forth Davao City, I think she can do the same.
Yeah. The president has no young children.
Oo. So, and that's where she's going to live. Yeah, or I don't know where she's going to live, but Mandaluyong will be the OVP, so that place will be empty. No? And something that no other vice president even thought about. No?
Mhm.
Si VP Sara
Mhm.
opened several field offices of the office of the vice president.
Mhm.
There's one in Zamboanga, there's one in Cebu, there's one in Tacloban, and another in, I think there's another one in Samar.
Mhm.
And I saw one near our place, no? Very near our place. Nilagyan na ng karatula ng office of the vice president, no? And kasi I saw the office of ISDA, no? ISDA, Inday Sara Duterte.
That's along Quezon Boulevard.
Oo.
Mhm.
Nakita ko yung karatula. It's near our place now. Tapos, why are they putting it here? And then the vehicles, no, of ISDA is also there. And then I think that was only this week nakita ko, office of the vice president. Near our place. So, but currently, yung mga yung mga pinklawan, sabi nila, mababa kasi yung budget ni Lenny, kaya walang ganyan. But I have to correct them, no? Because the budget of VP Sara and at the time VP Lenny is the same. Because 2022 budget mo is covered by the General Appropriations Act. So kung anong pera na tira ni Robredo, yan ang gagamitin ni VP Sara for the rest of the year. No? So, nagbibigay na sila ng parang medical and burial assistance. No? So, you can actually apply for it. Mag-a-apply kayo na, I think that you need, of course, your valid ID, your medical certificate, or siguro death certificate pag burial, no? And then, meron ding certificate of indigency. So, she's actually going to help the indigents, no? The poor. So, para kahit pa paano, I think the entire year's budget is 702 million. No? I think.
Harold?
Yes.
Alright. Sabi, my computer went blank.
Just move your mouse.
No, I heard a blip. And even my auxiliary monitor went blank. So, weird. Anyway, you were saying, Harold, sorry.
So, she's helping the poor folk get some medical assistance or burial assistance. No? So, what remains of the 702 million for the year, she not just opened many field offices, mas marami siyang ma-reach out. No? She can reach out to a lot more people who need the help. No? So, tapos, I think, that's a good idea, no? To spread it out, the field offices spread out, and then, mas madali ka makapagtulong sa mga nangangailangan, imbes na andun ka lang sa isang opisina na nasa Maynila or Metro Manila, and paano sila makakalapit sa inyo? No? So, the field offices are a very, 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 very good idea.
I think that it's also strategic, Harold, because as you know, well, the Vice President naman is not a threat to the President. And I think that would be a good preparation for the Vice President after 6 years, because she has to make herself visible and known to the people. No? So I think that would be a very good preparation in case that she decides to run for presidency in 2028.
And it's also very good kasi nobody's thought of it before. Nobody's thought of it before. No? And ito rin, it's for the first time, aside from having a majority since the 1987 Constitution came about, it's also the running mate also won, no? Because in our history, and from 1987, the Constitution kasi parang it mentioned there that it's saying we're embracing the multi-party system. So there was even elections that we had 10 candidates, no, just like just like this one.
Previous one.
And well, we've never had anyone who went beyond 50%. No, actually 58%.
So this is a majority.
Because in kay Ramos, he was about 24%. And not ERAP did not even reach 50% also. And to think he's supposed to be popular.
Kaya nga Merong fallacy talaga na going around the previous election. Sabi, bawa, si Presidente Duterte nakakuha ng 16 million, no, na boto. At sabihin nila, pero mas marami yung hindi bumoto sa'yo. Because of the multi-party system, no, that you can, the previous presidents won by plurality lamang. No? Sila yung pinakamarami among mga 5, 6, 7 candidates. Pero itong election na to, kahit pag samasamahin mo lahat ng mga boto ng kanyang kalaban, talagang pinakamalaki, no? Outvoted or
for so many elections, hindi yung running mate ang nananalo. No, si Ramos had Erap. And Erap had Gloria Macapagal-Arroyo. And although she appointed Chovisto Gingona, they were not actually running mates, but she just chose him. And then later on, inabandon ni Gingona si Gloria, no? And then Gloria had Noli de Castro.
Hindi rin sila magkakapatido. Sino ba ang nobody remember, sino ba ang running mate ni Mrs. Arroyo when she ran for president?
She ran for president. Let me just check. I think it was. Let me double check that.
And then,
2004
siyempre
elections.
si Noynoy Aquino, when he ran for president.
Hindi si Rojas ang nanalo, no?
Surprise, no?
No, si Cheese Escudero had something to do with that, no? Si Cheese Escudero he was endorsing Noy B instead of Noymar, no? Noy B, Noy Binay, and yun nga, lumabas nga si Binay. And at the time, let me just see who's the running mate of Gloria at the time. Si Noli was independent.
Independent. But Noli de Castro was wildly popular because he was exposed every day in the evening news. No? So ito talaga yung Harold.
Si running mate din pala niya si Noli, but Noli was an independent.
Malaki talaga yung nagagawa na exposure sa media.
And then, yan talaga, yung talaga na nagka-problema si Duterte, no? And Lenny, kaya si Lenny, no, at the time, she got fired 5 months after appointment to housing. Wala siyang pinipresent na concrete plans and programs to the president.
Pero busy siya.
Busy siya.
Pagpunta sa United Nations, mag-speech tungkol sa extrajudicial killing, busy siya doon.
And she was going around, kunyari, sa mga housing, but wala naman siya na adagdag. So, she got fired. And then yung yung pinipilit niya yung drugs na na extrajudicial killing and all that. O sige, so ginawa siyang co-chair dun sa anti-drugs, no? And it's just, lagpas lang yan ng konti ng 1 week. Nagalit si President Duterte kasi you're supposed to provide us some sort of plan on how you're going to solve the drug problem. So anong ginawa niya? She was talking to the American ambassador. So nagalit yung this is a national and local problem. Why are you talking to the Americans? Why are you talking to the ambassadors of other countries? Parang humihingi ng suporta. So that's how.
Imagine, we are a sovereign nation and you're asking for help from the foreigners to solve our own problems. That doesn't speak well of how you are going to manage the Philippines should you become the president. So it's really providential that she did not win.
Oo. So, galing kay Patrick De Los Reyes, Happy Friday, mga kapuan.
Happy
And,
Friday. And on that note, Harold, 8
Happy
p.m.
weekend.
now.
Happy weekend!
Pugad Vloggers, Pugad Vloggers. Ang kurap titirisin, salot sa bayan wawalisin, walang sasantuhin. Ang saya-saya nakakabaliw, kasama natin ang tropang Pugad Vloggers.